Okay, we're back. So first things first, I'm doing the Undying date, because we're going for true pacifist here. Wrong way. Hello. I just did the Undying date, so that's already over. Does that mean this is already after a neutral run? What do you mean? Like, this is a fresh, completely fresh save file. I deleted the data file, the, like, Undertale all caps file. The Undying dating in True Lab after a neutral run? No. You can immediately. Oh, that's the Alfie state, not the Undying date. There's Papyrus, Undyne, and Alphys, and the Alphys date is the one that you do after the neutral ending to get True Pacifist. You just got back from watching Grave of the Fireflies. Well, I'm sure this is very tonally similar. Have you ever seen anyone fail this jetpack minigame? Like, is it even possible? I mean, you probably just have to get hit by everything. I wonder what happens if you do. Do you just get to do it again? Anything you're expecting to be a big challenge in the rest of the game? Yes. Asgore, because you have to fight him real style, and if I'm using the default equipment, I'm probably going to be doing, like, tickle damage to him. It just lets you try again immediately. Well, that's, that's on brand. Oh my god. I don't even know why I'm picking up the other equipment items when I'm not even allowed to use them. And I'm not allowed to do shopping either, so it's not like I can sell them for any kind of positive effect. I guess it's just like muscle memory. God. I don't recall how... I don't remember the exact solution to this puzzle. There. Okay, the guard's time. Hello, Noah Shipley. Man, I gotta lock in here. That's where you go when you talk about IDK Thracia 776 or something else similarly droll. You think you're a funny man, don't you? Real comedians here. I don't remember what the solution is to these guys. Oh, right, you have to wash away the cooling dirt. Is that a real thing? Or is that just like a contrivance for a whisper? I've always been like, what are those projectiles supposed to be? I always thought they were carrots. Is that what they are? Are they carrots? This is the one text box in this game that you can't fast forward through. There's much more important plotty boss stuff that you can just mash through, but you can't do this. I find that very odd. Spare. You'll be back in a few minutes. Perfect. I'll be front in a few minutes. Or art. Oh my god, it's Tenna. It's him. He's wearing the red suit and everything. That seriously is. That's the exact same outfit that Tenna wears, right? I've completely forgotten about this set piece. Back. I did the bomb defusing set piece that I always forget exists in this game. You missed that Metaton's outfit during the bomb defusing news segment is the exact same as Tenna's. Like it's identical. Whoops. All right, well that's death number 3. Man, I am really glad that Deltarune added in a hold down this button to skip the text button, because mashing circle and cross over and over again during these Alfie's dialogue segments is really getting on my nerves. Joke's on you, my defense is 0. Oh, damn it. My favorite Deltarune Quality of Life edition is auto run. I mean, the fact that you can sprint in the first place, and then that there's an option to have it permanently be on. In my opinion, every single video game, at least like every single RPG, you should just be moving full speed ahead like 100% of the time. There is no reason for limited sprint or the necessity of constantly having to hold down a button the whole time. Dragon Quest did it right. There's never been sprint in Dragon Quest. You're just always moving at 100% speed 100% of the time. Also, this is a really minor thing, but Deltarune has a sound effect for going back in menus. It has that little, like, noise. Undertale only has a sound effect for yes, essentially, but doesn't have one for no. It's a weird, small thing, but, you know, it's just one of those polish. Also, the the attack HUD in Deltarune is, like, sensibly designed. It's not that ridiculous, like, red and green eyeball in this game. Technically, you're always moving full speed in this game. No, because the quote-unquote full speed in Undertale is incredibly slow. Although Frisk's little, tiny little legs are probably the reason for that. The in-universe reason why you move faster in Deltarune is that Chris is a teenager and has longer legs. I'm glad I saved all that money, because you can pay Muffet 10 gold every turn to reduce her attack, which I'm gonna need. I saw in the tags of a Tumblr post once that a person said that they died to this boss so many times that they quit the game forever, and that's very bizarre to me because I've always been of the opinion that Muffet is one of the easier bosses in this game. Like, is that wrong? Top 10 sexiest Undertale women? Stop. Just don't even go there. Help say DX. DX. I have a theory that this song was supposed to be the song during the Mad Dummy fight, but because Muffet was added as she was like a Kickstarter bonus thing, that it was swapped and Mad Dummy was given its own song because this leitmotif, this Spider Dance leitmotif, is the leitmotif of the song that plays in Napstablook's house. So that's my theory. My epic Undertale theory is that this song was originally supposed to be the Mad Dummy boss fight theme. It's probably not as interesting a theory as Togor. I love that muffin spider that appears on the side there. It's such a cute design. Theory does mean that So Sorry got their own custom-written song and Muffet didn't. Ugh, I don't even want to think about So Sorry. Muffet is one of the easier bosses, I say, as I'm dying. I don't even know what I was doing there. I was just standing completely fucking still. Oh my god. I'm so bad at video games. Oh good, that's the end of the fight. I don't have to waste another healing item. This is the top 10 sexiest Undertale women is every spot is Princess Metaton. This scene is a parody of a scene from Final Fantasy VI, and it's probably not funny at all if you haven't played Final Fantasy VI. Do the puzzle legit. I don't remember. There's a very specific series of inputs to do, and I don't know them. If you do all of them right, you finished the puzzle with like half a second left on the timer, so... I forgot you can move during this. Oh, and the name of the program changes to Undertale the Musical if you, like, minimize it and look at the name of the program, which is really funny. Alright, here we go. It's absurd, which equals funny. I think that's fair. Like the sound font even of the songs during this segment is the same sound font as Final Fantasy VI. Okay, I think I already fucked up the puzzle. Master, I fucked up the cake. Yeah, I don't know. Run is dead. No, that wasn't part of the deal. Oh, I forgot about this. I, it's weird. Every time I replay Undertale, it's like the entirety of Hotland just exits my brain. Night Alpha. Well, I mean, it is. It's the same text box. I think it's just like a talking on the phone text box, but it would be incredibly funny if that was somehow like actually lore accurate. The knight uses that specific text box. I don't even remember what's over here. Oh, that's the stage. Every time I think about every time I see the nice cream guy, I think about his reality warping punch card. Do you have to do the dinner with Sans to get true pacifist? I don't remember if you do or not, but I'm just gonna do it. Mash those buttons here. This is a really great song. I'm also kind of worried because I attacked the dummy at the very beginning of the game in the battle tutorial. Um, you don't get any XP from it, and I hope I hope that doesn't cause me to get like the neutral pacifist ending and be unable to do true pacifist. I love when you can tell that a sprite was drawn by Toby Fox and not by like one of the more professional artists on his team. Because like this hotel sprite has suspiciously better shading than these ones do. So this was probably a Temmie drawing. this goddamn glasses-wearing cat with the high heels came back in Deltarune, which I always found bizarre because it's one of the, like, I don't know, most amateurish looking sprites in this game, in my opinion. I do like how weird the monster designs can get in this game. Very Earthboundian, I must say. Earthbound-inspired indie JRPG. Alright, here's the core. I have one healing item. Yeah, I mean, you can duplicate dog residue for infinite healing items, but I'd really rather not. That I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of a challenge run if you just have infinite healing items. I mean, I know that the dog salads kind of suck as healing items, but like, still. What are you supposed to do here? You should add that. Okay, that I can't use dog residue. Well, that's the thing. Is like, if I get to a point where I'm dying over and over to a boss because I have no healing items, that's just gonna suck. So, like, provisionally, it's on the table. What the hell are you supposed to do here? I don't recall how to spare this thing. So the dog residue is unless I get seriously stuck, then like dog residue is off the table, but it's in my back pocket in case I really need it. If I get like super duper stuck on Asgore, which is my biggest fear. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of damage multiplier that you do to Asgore if you're on pacifist. So I might be able to deal decent damage to him with just the stick, but probably not. I mean, I know you have to pick up the dagger to get to him, but that I'm pretty sure it's just like a key item that you need to get past the vines. You don't have to equip it. I hope. I really hope. This is where W.D. Gaster took his swan dive. How do you do this again? Right, like that. Oh god. Please don't die to random shitters in the frickin' core. Okay. That's death number 4. Oh, I need to do the other puzzle. I shouldn't have even gone up to begin with. These patterns are harder than I remembered. Shit. Okay, I gotta go back and heal, man. God, I always forget the layout of this place. Why is this specific mob so difficult for me? All right, time for Mettaton EX. This is one of the fights that I'm more worried about. I mean, any of the last few fights are going to be pretty tough without any armor. They have been. All right. What do you mean I can't hold down confirm to charge my big shot? Okay, I've already lost HP. That's bad. Is that Toby Fox who did that voice line? I wonder. Which one is the one that goes... Yeah. Ah! Oh god. The version of Death by Glamour that plays in the game itself is at a lower pitch than the version on the soundtrack, and that has bothered me for uh, a decade. Yeah, an actual decade now. Time to type. What do I type? LMAO. Nice. Ah, I forgot about that. Shit. All right, that's number 5. Gotta lock in. Um, if you say legs, that gives you the most points, right? Yeah, it does. You have to hit that 10,000, is it? to end the fight, the ratings number. Hello, Asgore. I'm dreading your boss fight. Because I'm using the default equipment and I have to defeat you using actual attacks. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of, like, scaling system with the damage on the pacifist run. I know that the stat numbers that you see barely mean anything in terms of actual combat effectiveness, but I know that they still do matter at least a little bit. Alright, I locked in hard. I haven't taken any damage on this attempt yet. Awesome. I'm almost to that ratings threshold. Here we go, baby. Almost there. Alright, 10,000. That's it. Next turn, it's over. What? What? And there's my cat, meowing. I thought the fight ended when you hit 10,000 ratings. What's going on here? Miko, please get off my desk. I'm trying to lock in here, Miko. Come on. Alright, well that messed me up a little bit. Okay, so apparently you have to get through a certain amount of dialogue, I guess. Alright, well that's frustrating, because the next hit I take will kill me. I thought that I was just going to speedrun to 10,000 rating. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, you can't fast forward this dialogue either. Napstablook is the knight. Confirmed. He uses the same text box. Confirmed. That's canon. It's in the lore. You had the same thought that I did. Your chat message came up right when I said the same thing. Strong enough to get past Asgore, huh? Well, we'll see. Do you think we'll ever get to see Mettaton in Deltarune? Or do you think he's just going to stay in the house the whole time? Because, I mean, people have been drawing, like, hypothetical fan art of Mettaton's ghost form for, again, an actual decade at this point. So, I hope, like, in the very last chapter, there's an extremely convoluted and obscure side quest you can do to get a peek at Metaton's ghost form. Okay, I like Alphys as a character, but the amount of dialogue that she has is slowing down this run tremendously. Maybe Ghost Metaton will appear at the big end of game, go talk to everyone one last time sequence. Do you think Deltarune will have that, even? I mean, it seems like Deltarune has been dead set on subverting people's expectations that came from Undertale, so I think it's kind of up in the air whether that'll actually happen in Deltarune. Look, it's the box art. It's the place from the box art. Miko, please don't knock that can off my dresser. Hold on, I need to go reposition my cat. Miko, can you be normal? Can you not be cringe, please? Thank you. Okay. Feline nonsense averted. Man, I remember when I got to this spot in the game for the first time. It was crazy. This is like one of the most insane sequences ever. This, you know you would know about it, Noah, because you like Cave Story. Um, you know the part in Cave Story in the Bloodstained Sanctuary where like a disembodied voice tells you the true story behind my cat's knocking things over. You know that part in the Bloodstained Sanctuary where the disembodied voice tells you the true story of Balos and the floating island and stuff? In my opinion, this segment in New Home is that like done perfectly. Miko, please stop being a fluffy little gremlin. I'm in the middle of something very important. Here it is. I'll linger on this picture here while I move my cat. Miko, I know you want attention, so I'll put you on my lap as I play video game. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a soul in a cage. Clever. Okay, you don't have to equip the Worn Dagger to get through the vines, do you? Because if I do, then I hope that there's some crazy moment like this in Deltarune. The cat is knocking things off my dresser again. I expected the prophecy in at the end of chapter 4 to be it, but you don't get to see it. And I was like, oh, there it is again. There's that Undertale subversion that Deltarune is doing. I just know that in the credits or whatever, or like the true final boss of Deltarune, they're gonna do some kind of crazy reprise of Don't Forget, and I'm gonna scream and cry and shit my pants and pull out all of my hair and vomit and writhe on the floor. when, when the shelter opens and Gaster says, "Welcome to Undertale, my boy." Do you think Gaster will actually appear in Deltarune at any point? No, I do not. Toby Fox has stated that Undertale is a completely separate continuity from Deltarune. It's just like the same. It's like a spiritual successor using the same concepts. So if Gaster ever actually appears in Deltarune, I will be really surprised because I really don't think it'll happen. I think that Gaster is the Gaster Easter eggs in Undertale are just that. They're Easter eggs that add to the world building. But I really don't think it's gonna affect Deltarune. Yeah, I mean, people. He said it's a different story, not that there's no connection between them. Okay. I must have misremembered. The ending of Undertale will remain untouched. I mean, they could take place in the same world, just like many years apart or in completely different locations. Alright, here it is. It's time to talk to Sans Undertale. That was The Undertale. The song on the soundtrack that plays during that segment is called Undertale. That was The Undertale. Hello, SNAS Undertale. that execution points acronym has always come off as a little, I don't know, heavy-handed to me. The same as love meaning level of violence. That's a stretch. I'm about to face the greatest challenge of my entire journey. You don't say. I'm gonna have to fight Asgore with the default equipment. Yeah, Chris just says to Toriel, "Hey mom, remember when you were like a monarch?" And then you decided to give it all up to live in some shitty town in Ohio? Remember that time that Azrael died? Alright, here we go. Lois, remember the time we were in Undertale? Undyne, why did you break up with Alphys and erase your own memory of her? Yeah. Deltarune is actually, it's a psychological operation pulled by every single member of Hometown on, Susie and Noelle, because they weren't there in Undertale. They're all just pretending not to know each other. Alright. Have you seen the video of the if you hack Undertale to move the mercy button, Asgore just misses and the game soft locks? That's really funny to me that the trident is an actual projectile. Alright. If you talk to him, his stats go down, right? Oh god, that's a lot of damage. It might not be worth it to spend these turns getting his stats to go down. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, that is way less damage than you deal with the dagger. This is gonna be hard. Oops. Okay. It's a game maker collision element. Yeah, that's so weird. Alright, that's death number 6. This is crazy. Is it even worth it to spend the turns getting his stats down? How much damage do I do when his stats are still normal? Oof. Okay, so I deal about 30 more damage when his stats are down. So I don't know, man. Oh my god. That's so much health. Jesus Christ. Okay, move. Where's Ralsei and his frickin' healing prayer when I need him? Oh, I need to go get the pie. I put the pie in the box. I need to take that out so I can use it on him. So if I die here, which I almost certainly will. Yep, there we go. I need to go back to an item box and get the pie. You said if you said Ralsei to this Asgore, he'd probably react the same way if you said Togor. Yeah. No, that's not the way to the item box. There is an item box I can access here, right? It's in the final hallway, I think. Because I need that pie. It's both healing and a stat drop on him, which is very useful. What? Oh my god, am I gonna have to backtrack all the frickin' way to the core to get to an item box? That's ridiculous. Boy, it sure would be nice if I had a sprint button here, right? Where, where's the nearest item box? It's next to shop. Like, there's... No, no, no. What? Okay, sure. We just put all the equipment in there. I've never needed to use the box in this game before. Because I just sell things that I don't need. I don't know. I don't even know why I put the pie in the box to begin with. I usually just keep it on me the whole game. Now I have to walk all the way back to the Asgore fight zone. Ugh. Yeah, it's really nice having the box and the save point consolidated into the same thing. Yes, Undertale does have a box thing in your phone. I just found it again, and it was very frustrating. Man, there's a lot of save points right in a row here, aren't there? All right, Asgore. Time for round 3. Oh, I might actually talk to him because I know that the stat drop from oh god, the stat drop from talking to him and the stat drop from the pie. I know that they stack. I do remember that. Okay. So I'll keep fighting until I'm on death's door, and then I'll use the pie to heal and drop his stats some more. Also, I don't know if there's like any major differences, but the the control of the soul in the box feels like stiffer in this game. It's hard to explain than it does. It feels stiffer in Undertale than it does in Deltarune, and I might just be hallucinating. I'm coping. I used to think that attack was so difficult to dodge, but I don't know. If you just like stand on the bottom and kind of wiggle back and forth, it's really hard for it to hit you. Okay, I gotta use the pie. Okay. Oh, and I immediately boof and take damage. Perfect. Great. Awesome. Outstanding. I do still have the quiche. And this is the last fight in the game where items actually matter, so... Well, I mean, there is the True Lab, that's true. But I don't think any of the True Lab fights are as demanding as this, honestly. Just because of how long it is. Like, the bullet patterns in the True Lab fights might be harder, but... Oh, right, this version of the attack. That is much harder to dodge. Okay, still, move. Ah! Those are hard to predict, man. Alright, do I use... Damn it. Okay, better than my first attempt. Ah! I need to move up during that attack, not down. Okay, move. Oh, that attack is easy to dodge, I say as I eat shit on it. Okay. Ah! I'm coping. I'm coping and seething. I need to lock in. I am not going to use the dog residue. I just gotta lock in. I wish you would do this attack more often because it's much easier to dodge than the spirals. It's the spirals that get me. Like this, you just kind of stand still and then move out of the way. Ah! Oh, I hit the wall. Damn it. Ugh. Okay. Okay, gotta use the pie. No, not the quiche. Fuck. Oh, I'm getting mad, and so I'm getting worse. What? I don't. I want to. I want to use the pie. I've used everything except the item I wanted to use. This is going terribly. I'm just gonna sack. I gotta start over. Okay. I knew this was gonna be the hardest part of the run. Dude, I am just really doing fucking bad right now. Okay. Move, still move. Okay, I'm kind of locking in here. Okay, just move. Ugh! Duh! It's when they start changing direction. It fucked with me. What sort of name is... I tried to type in challenge, but there's like a character limit on... Oh my god, I'm fucking up so bad. There's a character limit, so it became Chaug instead. Because... funny. Really should rename the first child Togor. I'm sure they did. I actually don't think it's too far-fetched for the first child to have been named Togor, considering... It's always the spirals, dude. It's always the spirals. They always get me. Like Evangelion. Yeah. Undertale truly is the Evangelion of JRPGs, seeing in that it's an incredibly subversive deconstruction. I'm not even going to finish that statement. It like hurt me to even say. You see, it's like a mecha anime, but it's about the pilots instead of the robots. And Undertale, it's like a JRPG, except the monsters have feelings and you can choose not to kill them. And you can like talk to them and stuff. Huh? What's Shin Megami Tensei? Never heard of it. Mainly in that critics like comparing things to it. That's very true. I mean, Evangelion is kind of the same way, honestly, where something that is, you know, vaguely psychological or subversive, people will immediately say it's like the Evangelion of insert genre here. Does Deltarune qualify for the mecha genre? No. That's a funny hypothetical, but, no, not really. I mean, if you look at mecha, the genre, as like on an extremely broad sense, then like you could make the argument that the soul is like a pilot and Chris is like a robot or whatever, but in terms of genre conventions, no. Ah! Oh, that's... wow. What? I totally forgot about that. Oh, dude. I had 1 hit point left and no healing. Alright, I did it. And I was emboldened by, by shitting on people who talk about Evangelion in a stupid way. Mercy. Oh, right. You have to do Photoshop Flowey immediately after, don't you? I love that Asgore's death is extremely laggy for some reason. Game Maker Studio moment. Well, luckily, Photoshop Flowey doesn't depend on your actual stats at all, so this will actually be much easier than Asgore, in my opinion. Probably. Oh, that's right. It closes the fucking game. Jesus Christ. I hope that didn't mess up the stream. Okay. It's fine? Okay, good. I completely forgot that he closes the goddamn game when that happens. Motherfucking Golden Freddy looking ass. You can't fast forward this dialogue either. I beat Photoshop Valley first try and honestly thought it was a scripted win. I mean, it is kind of in one sense of the word. It is actually much more difficult to die during this fight than it seems because the amount of damage that he does like scales inversely based on how much health you have. So when you have low HP, he does much less damage, so you can actually take many more hits than it looks like. What is goofy ass? That's how the whole game works? Yeah, but it's much more pronounced during Photoshop Flowey. Like he deals scratch damage to you when you have like a quarter of your HP left. Man, I'm really shitting it up right now, aren't I? I mean, you get fully healed after every phase, so it doesn't really matter. The Flowey nukes have got to be the most goofy ass attack in this entire game. Zahando. Come on, where's that act button? There it is. I don't even know where the fuck I am, dude. Ah! That mechanic is cool. Where he can save and then reload during attacks. I actually think this, like, pellets attack is really hard to dodge for some reason. Does that mean Chris has 3 souls? No. Each hero has their own save file. That's my... I don't know. It's my explanation for that. Eggs! You goofy-ass flowy nuke attack. I mean, the finger guns are also, like, really high on the goofiness level. I forgot that there's a crosshair here. Ow. See, like, when my HP is low, it deals, like, almost no damage at all, which is just a much more pronounced effect than what usually happens. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Time for the counterattack, baby. I like how it's hope, thumbs up, band-aid, flower, and egg. Are you planning on going for the finish tonight? No. After Photoshop Flowey, I'm probably gonna call the end of this stream, and then we'll do the true pacifist exclusive stuff on the next stream. And that'll be the end. No, please not now, Miko. Please don't interrupt during lock-in time. Oh, here she comes. She sees all the flashing lights on the screen and she's like, "Ooh, what's this? Is this a toy for me to play with?" My favorite is when she gets on the desk during really frantic Final Fantasy XIV raids and it's like, "Oh, the mouse is moving all over the screen. It's a little fly for me to run after and catch and attack on your screen while you're doing an extreme difficulty trial." That attack with the, like, spiky mouth monsters, I barely ever see that. I think there's legit some kind of bug where that attack occurs way less often than it should. Because that is a very rare attack. Yay. We're gonna have to see the meme now. You idiot. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna piss him off by moving into the bullets over and over again. Here's the meme. Here it comes. You're supposed to obey me. Here it comes. Oh, this fight, what a cool moment. Yeah, this is a really interesting fight. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, like it's just a bizarre moment. Like the HUD disappears and everything. That I can't understand hits a lot harder when you know like what Flowey's deal is. All right, so here's the neutral ending. Yeah, 8-4 and John. Love those guys. This game has a absolutely fantastic Japanese localization. It's the same team that did the English localization for Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and Fire Emblem Awakening, which, disregarding my feelings on Fire Emblem Awakening's gameplay, it has an absolutely incredible English localization. What do you think happens to Frisk at the end of the neutral ending? Um, I think. Well, I don't know. They probably just continue to live underground, maybe. Maybe they went back to live with Toriel. After all, he does mention there being a queen, like her stepping back up, so Frisk probably went back to living with Toriel. how many neutral endings are there again? There's like an astonishing amount. I mean, not as many technically different story paths as Shadow the Hedgehog, but you know. Sometimes pass after the end of the game and they're talking to you as if you aren't there. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea. It's probably, it might just be a voicemail, I don't know. 93. Yeah. And there's 326 story paths in Shadow the Hedgehog, so, step it up, Toby. Yeah. It took a lot of sacrifice, so wherever you are, yeah, I really wonder. 93, wow. Hi, Flowey. Why is it using this font? This this has always kind of perplexed me that Flowey is like, "Hey, I know how to make things better." Why would he want that? Okay, I'm gonna just like go back to the lab and make a save there, and then I'll end the stream. And then we'll pick up next time at the True Lab, and then yeah. He wants the true pacifist ending where he gets all the souls of the whole underground. That makes sense. And then he turns into the sexy goat man and floats around shooting laser beams at me. Wait, I went back too many screens. This is a song that I have never heard before. Do I actually have to walk back to the core? Aren't there, like, elevator doors here? Oh no, this is just the end of the Undertale song, that's right. Oh, I forgot you have to go back to Santa's house to get the thing from Undyne. Boat? I've forgotten how to navigate this area. I have to go back to left floor 1? Yes. Alright, I'll save here. And then... Oh, that's funny, this is the same save point that I started this stream at. Anyway, so I will pick back up here whenever the next stream is going to be, and we'll do all the true pacifist stuff then. So, yeah. I will see y'all then. I'll end the stream. Thank you, and bye-bye.